Before we begin this marvelous advertisement, make sure you're mentally prepared for a wonderful roller coaster ride down the minimum point of my humour and sarcasm. Formaldehyde, the substance which numerous reports and research has indicated a link between its exposure and developing cancers such as leukemia. Now at this point you may be thinking, am I really trying to market a product which is a carcinogen? But wait, it's not all doom and gloom, and let me show you how. It all began in 1859 with this guy, Alexander Putlerov, who was attempting to produce methylene glycol but instead synthesized formaldehyde. 9 years later, in 1868, the German chemist August Wilhelm von Hofmann determined formaldehyde as a product produced by passing methanol and air over a heated platinum spiral. This method of producing formaldehyde is still implemented today. Let's look at it in more detail so you know exactly what is going on. I know what you're thinking, it's a scary looking image, but this is one of the most common ways of producing formaldehyde. It involves placing vaporized methanol and air into a reaction chamber which contains a metal oxide such as molybdenum oxide or a silver-based catalyst at temperatures of 300 to 600 degrees Celsius. This produces 37% formaldehyde in an aqueous solution, which is then known as formalin. Any remaining reactant gases such as methanol are recycled back into the reaction chamber for sustainable and economic production of formaldehyde. Formaldehyde, as the name suggests, is an aldehyde. Its other name is methanol, and it's a simple molecule which consists of one carbon, one oxygen, and two hydrogens. The carbon has a double bond with the oxygen atom, which is the carbonyl functional group. Despite its simplicity, formaldehyde has had a profound impact on society. Formaldehyde is everywhere, in apples, bananas, carrots, building material, even your own cells make it as a byproduct following essential metabolic processes. In the early days following the discovery of formaldehyde, it was commonly used as a preservative to embalm and in medicine to sterilize surgical equipment. While formaldehyde is still used in these ways, advancements in chemistry and an increased understanding of compounds has expanded the uses of formaldehyde. Research has indicated a link between polarity and molar mass with the antimicrobial property of compounds. The carbonyl functional group in formaldehyde and its very short carbon chain means it is a polar compound. Its polarity gives it these antimicrobial properties, which allows it to be used as an antiseptic in cosmetic and food products to prevent the accumulation of harmful pathogens. One of its other uses as a preservative agent is to be injected into organs and the bodies of deceased organisms, such as this lovely sheep which you can place in your room and admire because, after all, who doesn't want to have a dead sheep in their room? Moving on, the very reactive nature of formaldehyde is due to the polarity of the carbonyl group, giving it the ability to interfere with proteins and DNA. This allows it to be involved in the production of safer vaccines as it inactivates pathogens like the influenza virus and polio by reacting with the amino groups in the DNA and proteins of these pathogens, altering the structure by forming crosslinks and enabling for individuals to develop immunity without experiencing symptoms. Its reactivity enables formaldehyde to react with the urea to produce urea formaldehyde resin. This resin is used to produce glue and forms long polymers, making it insoluble, and they are permanently interconnected in a strong manner due to dipole-dipole interactions, giving the glue heat resistance and strength. These properties allow the glue to be used to stick together wood products such as plywood, and guess what? It's more economical. Now, if for some absurd reason you still don't see the amazingness of formaldehyde, wait till you hear about how it could be used in the future. First, let me introduce you to our arch nemesis, antibiotic resistance. Culprit, bacteria. Crime, possesses random mutations which gives them protection against antibiotics. Current solution, try and make stronger but more expensive antibiotics. This is where formaldehyde comes in. Research into the effect of formaldehyde on Staphylococcus aureus, a bacterium that is resistant to many forms of treatment, resulted in the discovery of formaldehyde being able to inhibit bacterial growth by 100%. Remember how formaldehyde had antibacterial properties? Well, these properties enable it to be used as a potential alternative treatment for bacterial diseases and can also potentially treat impetigo, which has become increasingly difficult to treat due to resistance by adding formaldehyde into creams. However, more research needs to be done to ensure that there is no adverse effects on skin and health. On the more industrial side, formaldehyde can be used to create environmentally friendly fuels. Gaseous formaldehyde can react effectively and instantaneously with dimethoxymethane to produce high levels of pure oxymethylene with trimethyloxonium salts as a catalyst. This could be a significant milestone as it allows for the progression towards a more sustainable future as the reactants used to produce oxymethylene are green products and naturally derived, and the products undergo combustion without producing any soot. Aqueous formaldehyde could be potentially used as a liquid organic hydrogen carrier molecule. These molecules are substances which bind onto hydrogen in a more sustainable and safer manner and can be released during reactions to produce fuel. And there you have it, all the wonders of formaldehyde explained in under 7 minutes. Call us at 040 121 7761 to get any product which contains formaldehyde. The first 10 callers get a 50% discount.